What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another Toy Room review, and today is very, very exciting because now I am officially an action figure. So this is the brand new Hasbro Selfie Series, and what this Selfie Series is essentially you can scan your face in the Hasbro Pulse app, and they take a digital rendering of your face and create your own custom action figure, and they put it on the body of one of their many existing IPs like Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Ghostbusters, etc. Anything that Hasbro owns pretty much in action figure form. So when I heard about this, I could not wait to do it, and I jumped on it as soon as they revealed it during HasbroCon. Now, I will say that this was a little pricey, but not as bad as I thought. So regular retail is $80 on these, which that alone wasn't even too bad for having your own custom action figure, but because I was one of the first people to get on wave with the pre-orders, I actually only paid $60, but there is, I believe, $20 shipping, so it still ended up being $80 for me. So regular retail is probably around $100, which still isn't terrible for having a custom figure. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the packaging. This is your standard Hasbro packaging, and it's their brand new plastic-free packaging, as you can see down here. We'll bring that a little closer so you can see the brand new logo. So it has a slip cover, and then the standard packaging underneath is whatever you picked. I went with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which they have the Red Ranger. Obviously, that's what I picked, and they also have the Pink Ranger available. So the artwork here is kind of like a digitized, like computerized looking thing, which makes sense because you're like scanning your face and, you know, whatever the technology, and then you can see the Selfie Series logo right there. Then on the side, you have that Hasbro Selfie Series, and it's kind of like embossed in here, so it is a little glossy. You can see like as the light reflects off of it, while the background is kind of matted. And then you get this little read up here. If you guys want to read that, you can go ahead and pause. And then it just says Selfie Series up here, and then not too much. And then on this side, you can see only on Hasbro Pulse. So you can only do this through the Hasbro Pulse app, and there's that plastic-free packaging once again. So once we do that, we go ahead and just slide this open. Do I want to show you guys? Yeah, I gotta show you guys. Here we go. So here it is. Get a look at the rest of the packaging, then we'll get into the figure. So you can see the brand new packaging. It's that open window, and then you can see the Red Ranger artwork right there that you see with the rest of like the Lightning Collection figures. So that is pretty cool. But then it has a little bit of different stuff. So you can see the rest of that digitized graphic going all throughout the rest of the packaging. So it's like a hybrid of this new Selfie Series packaging with the Lightning Collection. And then you see on the back right here, you just have an image of the Red Ranger. Not the biggest fan of this image. It just looks very like CGI, but other than that, you have this stuff right here, and then we already showed off that logo over there, and then on the bottom, not too much. So let's zoom into the figure. I'm obviously going to take them out, but here you go, and look at the inside of the packaging. You have that sort of digitized graphic again. So that is pretty cool, and then the figure just comes kind of roped in here with these little like cardboard ties. So let me go ahead and untwist all that, get this out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look at the actual figure of myself. Alright, you guys, here's the figure, but before we get into the figure, I do want to go over the accessories. So it's going to be your standard Mighty Morphin Red Ranger that you get from the Lightning Collection. So you have the power sword right here. Details on it are very nice. I'm not going to spend too much time on these accessories or articulation or anything, because we've literally seen all of this before, but there you go. Nice detailing on the sword, so that looks very, very nice. And then we'll go ahead and bring in the blaster, as you can see right over here. So again, same blaster we've seen before, but paint apps on there look very, very nice. So there you go, simple blaster. Then you also get this lightning effect for the sword or whatever else you want to use it for, but it's meant to be put on the sword as sort of like an effect. So you just kind of fish the sword through here however you want, whichever way works best for you, but you can do something like that. That looks actually really, really nice. And then as far as the actual blaster, you can just put that in the holster right there, like so. So there we go. But we're not here for that. We are here for the exclusive part of this figure, and that is this face sculpt right here. Alright, you guys, so here it is, and right off the bat, yeah, it looks like me, but not 100%, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Obviously, starting off with the most obvious thing is he's bald. Now, I'm not bald. I have been bald before, but on a regular occasion, I am not bald. But they didn't have any good short hairstyles that was similar to the hair that I have. So I just felt like bald was the best option to go with because it's the closest to like a regular just short haircut like I have. So unfortunately I had to go bald, but other than that, you know, I think it looks like me. Now the beard is much darker than my actual beard is, but you know, that's okay. The beard itself looks decent. They did get a little fuzzy over here, but you know, I don't have a perfect beard. My beard has patches and light spots and dark spots, so that's okay. It's not exactly like the shape of my beard, but it's close enough, so I think that looks pretty decent. Now, the biggest issue I have is, I don't know if you guys can tell, the lights are reflecting off of it. It just looks very glossy, right in this area right here. And I don't know why that is. It must be whatever like face scanning then molding technology that they use, but just the front of the face looks very like waxy and very glossy. So that's just one thing that I'm not a big fan of, but I will say the more I look at this figure, especially under these bright lights right here, yeah, it looks like me. And obviously, you know, I'll move the figure off to the side here and I'll put a comparison picture and focus on here. So you can see that, yeah, you know, I feel like it looks like me, especially from like the angles around the eyes and the nose. I feel like that really looks like me. But what's also funny is because he is bald with the beard, he actually looks like FouseyTube. I don't know if you guys remember FouseyTube from like the prank era of YouTube, but I feel like it actually looks like him as well, which is pretty funny. But definitely like the facial features, as I look at it closely, yeah, it does look like me if I was bald. And I've been bald before. I don't know if I have any pictures from when I was bald. If I do, I'll insert them here, but yeah. And then as far as the actual figure, just coming back over here to the center, the actual figure itself is your standard red Mighty Morphin figure. So it's literally nothing different than we've seen before. Same exact mold, same body style. You only get one set of hands, so you have like the blaster hand and the sword holding hand. Then the rest of the figure itself is literally just a standard red Mighty Morphin figure. But this is what you get it for, right? The custom head sculpt, and I love that. And I was back and forth about which characters I should get. Should I do Marvel, should I do Mighty Morphin, or should I do Star Wars? And ultimately, I just went with Mighty Morphin because I can add him to my Red Ranger display, and I thought that would be pretty cool. And I always wanted to be a Power Ranger growing up as a kid, so you know what? Why not finally make it a reality? And guys, I'm a freaking action figure now. This is so cool. No, it doesn't 100% look like me, but I would say at least like 80% it looks like me, right? Like I feel like it's pretty close, you know. And I did this on day one where they were having like a lot of glitches with the app, so I didn't like sit there and try and keep rescanning till I got like a perfect result, because it was like, if you guys did it day one, you'll know, like it was a nightmare just to get it to successfully scan and submit once. So once I finally did that, you know, I just went ahead and submitted it because I wanted this as soon as possible, and I'm one of the first people to have the Selfie Series, which I am very, very happy about. So yeah, guys, the Toy Room, James aka JP, is now officially a Red Power Ranger action figure. This is awesome. Alright you guys, so there's my review of the brand new Hasbro Selfie Series Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, James aka JP from the Toy Room. Now, I'm not that great at posing figures, but here's just a little action pose with the sword and the blaster right there. And we'll go ahead and zoom in on the actual figure. Man, this is so cool. And honestly, the price isn't that outrageous. When I initially heard that they were going to be making these figures, I thought they were going to be easily like $150, $200, something ridiculous like that, because you really have to think they have to make new head sculpts for every single person that submits that they want to purchase one of these. So in my opinion, $80 really isn't too bad. It's unfortunate that you do have to pay that $20 shipping. Luckily, you know, I pre-ordered mine early, so it was $60 plus the $20 shipping, and I feel like that's a really reasonable price, and I feel like it came out pretty decent. The more I look at it, the more I feel like it actually does look like me. Maybe I'll try and customize some short hair on him, but I don't really want to mess it up, so I'll just go ahead and probably leave it as is and just throw it on my Red Ranger shelf. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. That link's in the description down below. And I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.